Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, to quote Luke John. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you can see and hear us all okay. We are here, we are ready and raring to go. So yes, hopefully you're all joining us. Right, I can see we've got people in the chat. Bean Feast 57. Hello, Shell. Absolutely lovely to see you, my darling. Let me just go into the actual gubbins. Where's me gubbins gone? I have lost what I'm doing.
Lost your gubbins.
I've lost where I am. Hang on. Does this one pop out? Will you pop it? Does this pop out? Oh, it is. Right. So this is in studio. Yeah. Right. Okay. Just so I know what I'm doing, basically. Yes. So good evening, Shao. I hope you're doing okay, my darling. How is it going being back on that there Slimming World healthy eating lifestyle plan type thing? Hopefully you're doing well. I am just, if you can hear Rufus in the background, I say background, next to me.
Yeah, I'm in the background, yes.
Just rattling the papers and doing all the stuffsies, aren't you? Just sorting out the bits. Our weigh-in results. There we go. Debbie's World is in. Samantha Briggs is in. Hello to you. Hello, everybody. Do I want to set up Windows backup? What's that? No, I don't. Go away. No, thanks. Not right now. Karen CCS 67. Also, I've just realised, because the cat was up, look at that, it's all been slightly shifted.
Because, yeah, we had a cat up. Yeah.
We had a cat that decided...
Thought she was wanting to be a Lego display.
I said to Rufus, go and have a look in the back room a second behind where we are. And he said,
and she was...
why, have we got a new Lego display?
We have a little gap behind where I am, and she was just... decided to put herself next to everything she was.
But she looked like she could have been made out of Lego.
Yeah.
And I said to Rufus, well, if she was made out of Lego, she would be about 2,500 pieces.
Yeah, she sat amongst the Lego stuff.
She did. She looked very cute, though. Why is this?
I'm surprised she hadn't moved it all, though, to be honest. She just saw a little gap and she was like, I'm going to lay down.
Because she's a lovely big girl. She knows how important it is to mummy, obviously. Does that look all right there? Not on here, on the screen, dear. I can see what it looks like behind.
Yeah, I see it. Until I move back. And then...
well, no, hopefully, in theory, when I'm here, it should be directly between us. So I can even move the camera slightly to there. There we go. Look. Okay. Oh, one more. Hang on. Sorry, everybody. Right. I should have done this before we went live. But it was all nicely organised. And then Princess Picklebum decided that she would move everything. Yes. Just slightly. Anyway, good evening, one and all. Hopefully, she is very good at it. Hopefully, everybody can see and hear us all okay. If you are joining and if you've seen the title of today's stream, you will have a little bit, perhaps, of a clue as to what we're going to talk about when we have our topic of the day and when we weigh in, which is going to be coming up very, very shortly. First of all, we are going to welcome everybody as you all come in to the chat. Oh. Hello, Princess. You're going to sit on that box there?
Very good.
She says, no, I want to sit on the box behind. Do you want to sit behind? She's going to end up behind us. That's fine. If she needs to do that, she needs to do that. Oh, look. Oh, look, there's a dancing... I didn't realise the mouse was showing on screen, but it is. Anyway, right. Shut up, Lisa. Go back to the chat. We have...
she's going to sit there and watch.
Okay. She's sitting on a box.
She is.
Hi, Lisa, Rufus and everyone in the chat, says Shen London. Anne-Marie Politing. Sorry, we are Zumba dancing tonight with Janet. Oh, that sounds amazing. I used to quite like a bit of Zumba. We used to do, it was called Cheese Zumba. And it was Zumba to all of the cheesy pop tunes and crazes of the 80s, like Sneeze, Superman, wave your hands and all of that, and other songs. 5, 6, 7, 8. My boots scooting, baby. He's driving me crazy. All of that. I know it's not 80s, but you know what I mean. Smurfy, hi all. Oh, Smurfy. Thank you very much. You've sent another gifted membership out. Hi all, hope everyone is happy. I've got a deadline to meet, so I'll most be working and lurking tonight. That's absolutely fine, my darling. You are always, always, always welcome to work and lurk, or just lurk, or just work. Yeah, don't just work. That's no. All work makes Smofio a dull person. Doesn't really work, does it? All play makes Jack, what's it? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Was that the one in that their film, which is the Overlook Hotel? And it's called, oh my flipping, my brain.
You've lost me now.
What's the film with Jack Nicholson? Here's Johnny. And oh my God, I built it in Lego, in Minecraft.
The Shining.
Thank you. The Shining. I built it in Minecraft. I built the Overlook Hotel. I did.
With the carpet and everything.
Complete with the weird green bathroom.
The only thing you
room.
couldn't put in there is the 2 little girls.
I tried. Anyway, Dormouse, good evening to you, my darling. Hi, everyone, and not forgetting Jane. Good evening to Jane. Hope you ones all had cooler weather and some rain as well. So, yesterday, we had to go and drop some boots back that I was having handmade.
Oh, yeah.
And made to measure. They didn't attach the sole on properly. So what I was told to go and pick up...
They didn't have any soles on.
They had no sole. We couldn't pray for their soles because they didn't have any.
None.
But it was supposed to be a fitting. But I got the message to go and pick them up. Something got confused. Anyway, so we ended up having to take them back and go, hello.
And then what happened?
And you parked the car, I ran in, and then the heavens opened. And
literally.
The curb.
Did you just get back to the car when it absolutely...
No, the heavens opened and the whole, like, enough water so that the curb literally was flooded in 4 minutes. Heavy, huge drops of rain. I jogged. I was going to say ran, but I didn't run. I jogged back to the car as quickly as I possibly could, going,
It rained that hard, you got bruises and everything.
That actually could explain a couple of bruises I've got, random bruises. But yeah, so I got back to the car because we got pelted. And then today we went to go to Boots in M&S. We'll explain why and what's happened.
It's a blood test.
Yeah, and again, heavens opened. Literally, wasn't it? It's like dark clouds, and then all of a sudden, shroom, there's all the water we've got, and stop. Everything back to normal. Very odd. Very, very, very odd. But you're preferring the weather, aren't you?
Yeah. Until you go into a shop, and then it's really cold.
Yeah, where were we that you were like, I'm freezing? Oh, it was M&S. I was also freezing because I kept picking up all the ice lollies and holding them and taking photos. All of that for a video upcoming very, 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 very soon. My hair is annoying me. That's why I keep looking at it in the camera going, oh, I need to put a headband on. Samantha Briggs 266666. Thank you, Lisa and Rufus, on the advice on snacks for late nights. I now take speed food to bed and lost 3.5 pounds on Saturday. That is amazing. That is super duper amazing. Wow, you get the first clap. You get an early clap. I just gave you the clap, but later on Rufus will also give you the clap, so you'll be double clapped.
Sometimes you have to eat quite a lot of speed food and stuff to get good results.
You do. Yeah, a lot. Anyway, sometimes free food is not the answer.
Yeah.
Duchess of Oak Tree says, hi all. Hello to you, my darling. Let me just refresh the chat because for some reason it doesn't like it. See, look. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Thank you very much. And Smofie a dull girl. Thank you very much. I knew that was what went through my head.
Yeah.
Grumpy says, hello all. Hello to Grumpy. Debbie's World says, we'll be driving home shortly from a lovely walk in the park. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely.
Lovely, jubbly, jubbly.
So then we talked about weighing. I think everybody has checked in that is currently here with us. So Jane, the phone is just right here. If anybody else wants to say hello in the chat, please do. We look at the numbers on these, and we do have quite a few lurkers, as they're called, which is fine. If you don't want to chat, you don't have to chat. My hair is doing my head in.
A lot of people don't know what to say though, so they just kind of they just watch.
They just watch, which is fine. We also get a lot of people watching afterwards. So good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to you if you are watching as part of the replay crew. Yes, thank you very much for choosing to watch our hours-long streams, because it's a lot. I was looking for a hair bubble, but I haven't got one here, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to pretend that my hair isn't bothering me at all, whilst I'm still actively looking for a hairband or bobble or something.
Because it really isn't bothering you at all.
No, not at all. No. But I have just found one, so I will use this piece of... Oh, no, I can't, because it's gone round the arm of the thingy. Oh my god. Yeah, there's no way to sort that out. Look, you could just see the string. Look, this is what I was getting. I had to tie a hair bobble round, like a hair elastic, around this to hold something in place.
Anywhere else?
It doesn't matter. They're all away somewhere or something, so it's fine. I'm just going to pretend that my hair is absolutely grand. And oh, in the bathroom, on the back of the... on the back of the toilet cistern. Can you just grab me the thing? Thank you. While you do that, Rufus, I will play the weigh-in introductory video, because everybody, it is time to kick up those shoes, jump on those scales, and weigh in with us. Share your weight loss or gain or maintain results. What? Yeah, it's like a hair clip thing. Yes, thank you.
I am back.
Yes, thank you very much. So then we did go to that there Boots the Chemist. We did weigh in. Before we tell you our results and what's happened, Rufus, we'll go into the week we had when we get to the topic.
All right.
But in terms of the food that we've eaten this week, meals and things, how do you think we did in terms of all of our main meals? Because I think all of our main meals this week have been quite good.
Yeah.
Everything fully on plan, meals wise.
Oh, yeah.
Everything has been...
Yeah, I don't think there's anything been that bad.
No, I think it's all been pretty good.
Speed food, some free food.
I look like my minifig now. Look with my hair up. Yeah, lots of speed food, lots of free food, lots of food. Just our usual, really, isn't it? I will put some photos over on the Losers group on Facebook, and also for the members only, I have got a few videos, so I will upload those as well on the members space. But yeah, I think we did okay this week. In terms of weight losses, is my piece of thingy... Oh, there it is. I thought I'd lost it there for a second. Right then, so I weighed in. I think I weighed in first, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So I weighed in first. If you have been following my journey, you know that the bladder cancer journey is colliding a little bit with the weight loss journey, and it's all going a bit up in the air, a little bit odd. But I have been relatively consistent with the weight coming down. Last month I ended up with a £2 off, a £1. What? Yes, I lost £2, then I gained £1, then I lost £3, then I maintained. So I'm okay with that. It means overall last month I lost £4.
Yeah.
This week, start of August, I weighed in. Last week I was 15 stone 8. This week I've weighed in at 15 stone. Oh gosh. 15 stone 9. It did focus for about 3 seconds. There you go. So I've gained £1. Now I have been on plan. we'll talk a little bit in a minute about gains and things and where we've been and all of that. So I did gain a pound. I do think it's largely down to not having been to a number 2.
But also some of the time you were asleep.
Yeah, and I did have 2 days this week where I was unconscious all day, woke up late in the evening, ate my main meal and my pudding, and basically crashed back out again.
Yeah.
So when I say sleeping in the evening, I'm talking like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Because then I woke up ravenous, and also at that point I hadn't drunk anything during the day because I was unconscious. So my bladder was kicking out super dark urine, which is really not good for me. And I hadn't had my 2 to 3 litres of fluid a day that I'm supposed to have. So there's a lot of repercussions that my body goes through. So to gain a pound under those circumstances, I am absolutely okay with. I've gained a hell of a lot more of that in the past for no reason. But it has also been an incredibly tough week, which we will get onto. But it's just another number. It does mean that I am now 3.5 pounds away from target. I was 2.5 pounds away from target. But that's fine because my target's going to be changing anyway. And I don't feel like I've gained anything. I don't feel particularly bloated or particularly anything. No. But I did have some lactulose last night. It did a little bit of movement. I did have some more earlier today. I'm still waiting for that to do the desired effect, because earlier on today, I said to you, didn't I? I said, look at my stomach.
Yeah.
Because I've lost so much weight, I've got quite loose tummy normally. And my tummy was solid firm with, I'm assuming, gas. I'm assuming that's what it was. So hopefully, tummy trouble aside, that will all be taken care of.
If you've had any inconsistencies in like the pattern of your eating, that can also mean your body goes, oh, I'm not getting my regular food at certain times of day. So I'll just slow down.
Don't know what's happening, or I'm being starved, or I'm eating too much now, or I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, my metabolism will slow down slightly, and then that can slow things down a little bit.
Yeah, it could be all of that. But, you know, I'm fine. It is what it is. It's 2 weeks since the chemo, and touch wood, since I crashed out, was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday, wasn't it? That was the last time I crashed all day, was it? Or was it Saturday?
I think it was the weekend.
I think it might have been Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. So I was about to say, I haven't crashed out in a week, but it was Saturday. So I haven't gone a full week yet without crashing out fully.
So it was Saturday, because you didn't wake up until late night.
Until late night, yeah.
Oh, early hours of the morning on Sunday.
All of that being said, a pound gain, I'm not even going to worry about. It's not concerning me. I haven't got, you know, freaked out in the past when I gained 2 or gained, you know, or lost 6 or gained 3. Or any of these random numbers that my body decides to do. I'm just rolling with it. It is just a number. It's just data. We look at the long-term picture, as we've always said, and we just work the plan, don't we?
Yeah,
because
that's it. It's just what we
works if you work it. And it just means this week, unfortunately, it's not worked out for me. But hopefully next week, it'll be a bit less of a stressy week. Hopefully I won't have any crashes out 36 hours sleeping in one go. And hopefully I'll be a lot more hydrated, she says, with this giant, look at the size of this tumbler. It's like legitimately larger than my head, and I've got a big head. I know, right? It's for the brains. No, I mean, just look at the size of this. It is a huge tumbler. So hopefully I'll be drinking all of this and then some, and everything will slowly get back into normal operating, if you know what I mean, in terms of all the anything that might be stuck. Hopefully I'll be unstuck and back to normal soon. Yes, anyway, hopefully that makes sense. So let's have a look at the chat. Are you ready with your magic button, Rufus? Audrey's in. Good evening, Audrey. Evening, Lisa, Rufus, Princess Picklebum, Mr. Felix, the doggos, and everyone in the chat. Hello to you. A very unexpected £4 loss Wow. That is a big loss, Dormouse. You do get the clap, but there's a little proviso on that because I know you haven't been particularly well. So I hope that is okay, that you're okay having that and that everything is going all right for you. I hope it isn't an unfair loss. In other words, because you've been super poorly. I hope it's a loss that you deserve, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well done, Dormouse. Yeah, exactly. Smofio, a maintain again for you. Well, 0.2 pound gain, but you're calling that a maintain. Absolutely. A maintain is good. I like the attitude. It's fine. That's good. I'm giving you the clap because Rufus forgot. But no, I think that's all right. I think that's a good, sensible way of looking at things. It is what it is. And a 0.2 pound gain, less than a fifth of a pound. If you went to Slimming World, it wouldn't be counted if you went and got weighed on their scales.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Smofio's got some incredibly expensive, extraordinarily accurate scales. We could do with those in the kitchen at the moment. Not to step on to weigh our dinner and all of our ingredients, because our ones are getting a bit odd, aren't they? But yeah, obviously, you've got some super accurate scales. So the fact that you know it was a fifth of a pound, that's nothing. I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. That's not even a cup of coffee. Do you know what I mean? That's not even half a cup of coffee, that. So don't worry about it. Good evening, Ed. Ed says hello all. How are we all doing this evening? We're doing all right. We'll tell you how we've gone. Karen CCS 67. I've maintained again this week. A bit disappointed as being on plan all week. I didn't exceed 8 swips a day. Right. Stay tuned for our topic about how we deal with unfair gains, because an unfair maintain comes into that same category. So we will talk about some ways to deal with it and what could be causing it and all of those things. So hold off on that. But you're here, you've showed up, you're taking accountability, you're admitting that you're disappointed by it, which is a major first step, because it tells us and yourself and everybody else that's watching, it tells us all
how
that
important all this is to you.
Yeah, not only is it important, but also if you're disappointed, it means you haven't secretly been scoffing the cream cakes or, you know, downing the Pims and lemonade or whatever people drink. I don't know what alcohol people drink these days.
Say if people, if you do things that are not part of the plan and it doesn't go to plan, often, it's like
you're not disappointed because the back of the head goes,
it doesn't affect anybody else.
That'll be the
yourself.
Mars bar.
So
that'll be the fish and chips. That'll be the
at that point, we may as well just own up to it, because it doesn't affect anyone else around you as such.
That's the first rule of accountability, isn't it?
But if not, like I say, it is a little bit disappointing that it didn't go exactly to plan.
Of course it is. Always
because our bodies don't know, like I say, when you're going to get weighed in, when you need to have a poop by, how much fluid, unless you're someone that monitors all these things every single day, how many litres of water you had and how many...
Well, let's be honest, the human body doesn't even know what a week is.
No.
One day, it's a mental thing that separates each day into weeks, months and years.
That's it.
It's your body doesn't know that. No. It just knows that it's the day after yesterday and the day before tomorrow, and that you're still alive and you're still kicking and you're still eating.
That's it.
Your body hasn't got a clue whether it's 5 days from now is a week, or 10 days from now is a week, or 3 months from now is a week, because your body doesn't understand any of that. No. So as far as your body is concerned, a maintain's great. That's hurrah, look at that. In a couple of days, you could overnight lose 2 or 3 pounds and come in tomorrow, get weighed tomorrow and go, oh my God, I've had a 2 pound loss. It's just your body. Just accept it, move forward, roll with it. It is what it is. But we'll get into all of that in a bit. How the heck that happened, I've got no idea. My weight does its own weird roller coaster. Absolutely, my darling. I am right there with the, is it called a magic fast pass at Disney? Is that what they call it? Fast pass. Yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it? You and I have got the same magic fast pass wristbands at Disney World of Adventures.
Yeah,
that's what it's called. That at the theme park on all of the road, Disneyland of World of Adventures. Yeah, when we go to all those roller coaster rides, you and I fast pass, up and down, up and down.
The only difference is you can go on the roller coasters and stuff and all of like upside down.
Yeah, you probably can. I get dizzy because I feel like I'm on the waltzers. I've been like that today.
Yeah.
But yeah, just roll with it, my darling. Just roll with it. Jane Thompson, you had a £2 gain, but you've kicked yourself in the bum. Oh, hang on 1 second. Dormouse gets the clap because you're just accepting it and moving on. Well done. That's what we have to do when we have an unexpected loss or an unexpected gain. We just have to go, I'm not celebrating or commiserating because I don't know what's caused it. Jane, do you know what's caused it? You say you've kicked yourself in the bum. So is yours a unfair gain or a fair gain? Not fair game as in, you know, play silly games, get silly prizes. Is it an unfair game? In other words, you've been on plan and you go, why have I put on weight? Or
that you did something not quite on plan and, you know, just accept the fact that
Domino's pizza, Domino's fish and chips, bowl of honey nut cornflakes and sugar puffs. They're not called that anymore, are they? Honey puffs.
Didn't try the, oh, well, it's weighing, I'm going to have this tonight, like a lot of people tend to do.
Yeah. Did you, when you got weighed
I'll give it a try and see if I get away with it.
Yeah, did you accidentally go past 14 kebab shops and get one little treat from every single one? Like, because that's a fair game.
It's only classed as the one takeaway then, just from each shop.
Just a kebab.
Each.
From every shop I passed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just one takeaway. Yeah. That'll be a fair game. Do you know what I mean? Or saying, you went to a friend's wedding and it was an all-you-can-eat buffet and free champagne. I'd have more than a £2 gain if it was free champagne. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, I can drink a magnum of it by myself. That'll be. I don't know how many swips is in a magnum of champagne.
I know me. When I think of £2, I think, oh, I could go to Harvester and like really, you know, go to town at Harvester and just have a right good time for £2.
My brain goes to a magnum of champagne.
Does it?
Be a lot more than £2, but yeah. Dormouse maintains can be frustrating, Karen. I just think those weeks my body's just playing catch up with itself. Exactly. Shell, a good result, Lisa. Your weight is bound to be up and down a bit at the moment. Yeah, it is. Chaos, hello Jay, hope you're doing okay. Lovely to see you so often. You're becoming a regular. It's good. We miss you. Because you live that far away and that there God knows where. Shen London, you maintained this week, gained £0.5 last week, so hoping to lose next week. You've only got £4 to get to target and it's taking way too long. It just doesn't seem to want to go. Well, first of all, you get a clap because you're only £4 from target. Secondly, we had this when we were going to our in-person face-to-face group. We had this with one of the members there, didn't we?
Yeah.
She, for about 3 months, was about £6 away from target. She could not shift it. She did SP days. She did this version, that version. She did
like I say,
absolutely every bit of advice. Didn't she?
Everybody's got their own personal targets. So whatever you set, but it may have been that, you know, there is sometimes, you know, maybe you might have 2 stone to play with to be within a certain healthy range for your height and everything. But the one that she set for herself may, like we were like, maybe it's just that your body isn't happy, you know, being at such a low weight, and that, you know, you do normally have about 2 stone to play with there and abouts for most people.
And so £6 away was nothing.
Yeah. So
for her, she plateaued there for quite a while, didn't she? And then she didn't change anything. She carried on plan, plateaued every week coming in. Oh, £0.5 gain, £0.5 loss, a maintain, a £0.5 loss, a £0.5 gain. The sort of results that Jane Day, the Empress, is loving at the moment because it's keeping her in that sort of that stable weight range. For this lady, she was so close to her target, been doing it for years, lost a big bunch of weight, couldn't quite get that last little bit of her journey, couldn't quite. It's almost like she ran out of petrol just before she was entering the car park. Do you know what I mean? It was like,
I said, you know, after a while, it can really get to her. Yeah, definitely.
And she got really emotional, and she would turn up, get on the scales, and then you'd see her crestfallen and leave. And for about 2 or 3 months, she plateaued. And then all of a sudden, she came in with £2 off. And it was like, what have you done different this week? nothing. And literally her body just started to kick back out some weight. I think the next week it was like half a pound off, and then it was half a pound on, then it was another pound off. So she started getting closer and closer. She eventually got into her target bubble, got her target bubble, and she's been in that. Last we saw her, she's happily in that range. And so it might just be, my darling, that you've reached that stage where your body's kind of around where you need to be, Shem, and it's just sort of like you're there or thereabouts. Couple of options: shift your target up 4 pounds, accept where you are, accept your body's doing and you're happy where you are, or just carry on, plateau, let yourself do what you're doing. And as the Imperial Prince Joe, James' son, says, the weight loss will chase you. If you are sticking to your plan and you are 100% on it, and you're food optimizing and everything else, you're giving your body all the nutrients, everything it can possibly need, eventually that last little bit of weight will come off if it's meant to. Because there is the other thing, you could be right at that point now where your body is happiest, and you could push it further. And then what we see with a lot of people is they set their target, or they're comfortable. Say, I don't know, say you want to get to 12 stone and you get to 13, 14 stone and you're really happy where you are. You feel really good about your size. You feel really confident, but you want to get to that 12 because that's what you set. You get to 13 and you start thinking, oh, I'm looking a little bit gaunt. I don't like this. And then you finally get to 12 and you're like, I really don't like this. I'm too thin. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable. I want to gain a little bit. And then you kind of creep back a little bit. I know a lot of people where that's happened because they're in that healthy BMI, so that's not an issue. Their weight is lost and everything is going really well. They just don't like being at that number. They liked it a little bit more further on.
Just finding where your body's most happy
and where you're most comfortable.
As long as you're in that healthy range, I think that's just you just got to see where you're best fit, and your people don't know where they should be until they get there.
And also, it's one of those things, Shen, where, let's be honest, as we age, our bodies change and fluctuate, and what we need weight-wise is different, and what it takes to lose weight is different. If you're doing this to hit your target and then you're going to go, hurrah, that target, now I'm going to have a big old cake, then you might as well call target now. Have your cake and then carry on.
Or have your cake and eat it, you mean? Yes.
Yeah, have your cake, eat it, accept it on the scales the following week. But if you're doing this for a long-term lifestyle, then does it really matter? You're 4 pounds away from your target. If you lost half a pound every week or every month, you'll be there in 8 months at target quite happily. If you lost half a pound every week, you'd be there in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you've just got to let your body do what it's doing. If you're in this for the long-term lifestyle, then 4 pounds, in 10 years' time, when you look back and you go, that last 4 pounds, it took me 6 months to get off. And you got it off, your body slowly adjusted. You don't want to be losing as you get nearer to where you want to be. You don't want to suddenly be losing £6, £10, £12 a week, because something then is seriously wrong. Do you know what I mean? If you've got less to lose, it's harder to lose, if that makes sense. Anyway, Lisa Temlett, hi all, quick and goodbye, leaving early tonight. £0.5 off, well done, which was better than I was expecting, as had a week of lifing. It really does. Well done. You get the clap. Yay. £0.5 off, Lisa, is good. Yeah, £0.5 off is good. Again, if you were expecting a gain and you come in with £0.5 off, that's a huge celebration.
It's
well
a win.
Done. It is an absolute win.
Just don't think, but I said sometimes as well with that, you think, oh,
I got away with it.
Yeah, I got away with that then, so
I can do it again next week. That's what I got into the habit with last time we were on plan, wasn't it?
Well, if I had those few extra little bits, it won't matter.
You know, when you cut your hair into bangs, the Americans call it bangs and we call it a fringe. If I would fringe and eat a packet of biscuits, say, fringe, I'd get away with it for a week. And my brain would say, ha ha, That didn't affect me at all.
If I have another few biscuits again, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It doesn't, in the long run, it isn't good, because in the long run, you don't get away with it. But if life's been lifing and you've come in with £50 off and you're more than happy with that, take the win. Hopefully this will be a better week and life will still be lifing, but hopefully a little bit less. Ed says, have we all remembered to hit the thumbs up button? Thank you very much, Ed. Have we? Have we all hit thumbs up? Please hit the thumbs up. That'd be gorgeous. You gain £2 time of the month. Sure, it will come off again. Absolutely, Debbie. Again, this is the other thing. Those of you with menstrual cycles, that has a big part to play in it. It really does. But also, those of you who don't have menstrual cycles, but used to, still has a play in it. And those of you who've never had a menstrual cycle, monthly cycles. What is it everybody's talking about at the moment? Perimenopause.
I'm perimenopausal at the moment.
I'm perimenopausal because I go to Nando's.
Yeah. And I've not even had any of their sauce.
I don't go to Nando's. I made myself chuckle. I was about to take a mouthful of coffee. I said it and then I couldn't take a sip.
There's not that many things at Nando's that are like super on plan anyway.
No idea. Which weighing scales?
Not that many choices anyway.
Duchess of Oaktree says, which weighing scales are the super duper ones? The ones in Boots the Chemist. That's the ones we use.
The ones we use, yeah.
We have got some digital ones and some talking ones we had and all sorts, but we don't really use them day to day.
They never said anything that we wanted to hear. So,
no.
So now we go to Boots.
It says one at a time, you fat cow.
I know, isn't it?
It did, I know, right? Sorry, this is not a livestock scale, it said to me once. Next time it said, do you want to use the auto weighing machine at the garage because you're too big for this one, you fat car.
Well, we used to use a warehouse scale at one point.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had to weigh boxes of fruit and it was like, what did we weigh this week? Oh, I've lost weight. Because that was accurate, wasn't it? That was
get on there with the fruit.
I know, you go, this one weighs that. What's the difference? Oh, there we go then.
One is a person. Oh.
Exactly. So we don't know. In the chat, if you're watching this on the live, if you've got some really good weighing scales that are super duper accurate, could you drop Duchess of Oaktree's a little wee message in the chat and let her know? Because I'm sure a lot of other people would like to know as well. Yeah. The problem we have is you can have all the super duper accurate digital tells you how many hairs you lost that day because it's that accurate down to the one.
I believe the ones that they use at Slimming World that obviously all the consultants have, they're called Marsden scales.
But it's not about the scale, it's about how it's calibrated and where it sits on the floor and all of that. That's the problem with us, isn't it?
But they are, I say, we tried out the Boots ones, obviously at the time we were still going to group, and every time we tried it, they were spot on.
Exactly the same as what Slimming World scale
exactly the same, so that's why we go to Boots.
Debbie's World says you're still enjoying seeing your slim reflection in windows. So yeah, exactly.
Bizarre,
I caught myself today in the reflection up at M&S and at Boots, and I was like, oh yeah, because I'd sort of forgot, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's me. Jane Thompson, it was a fair game. Well done. Enough said. What is it? Least said, soon as mended. Yep. Well done then. Pardon you. Shen London says you've got 3 weeks left on your countdown, so you'll see what happens, but not giving up. No. Don't give up. It's not easy now. What's that song? Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush. Is it Kate Bush? Am I singing Kate Bush? That isn't just from Stranger Things. I think I might be. What is happening to me? I hated Kate. Literally, friend of mine. Best friend, super into Kate Bush.
Running up that hill.
Yeah, and now running up the hill, I really like, and a couple of other ones.
Oh yeah.
For years, I was like, "Oh my god, turn it off! Can't stand her."
I do like that. I do like them too.
And now, something. I think I'm getting old. Older. Anyway, you've got 3 weeks left in your countdown. Yeah, don't give up, my darling. 3 weeks left. £4 in 3 weeks is more than doable. But also, if it isn't, then just roll with it.
Well, so one thing I do say though is that
it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Just because every week doesn't go to plan all the time, doesn't mean that all that good food that you are eating, all on plan, is making a massive change to your body, especially on the inside.
Yeah.
You know,
and you might have built some muscle.
You might be reducing the amount of added sugars in your food. You know, there's loads of fruit and vegetables. You get loads and loads of really good vitamins and all that stuff. And when people are not on plan or on a healthy eating plan, you know, they eat all sorts of, like, I don't know, breads and various other things, but there's no great nutrients in all of that stuff. It's all it all comes from fruit and vegetables.
It does.
And
the thing with that is that even if your weight isn't shifting right now, you are fueling your body in a way that is different to what it would have been, and in a way that, as Rufa says, gives your body absolutely everything it needs. And it may well be that your body is actually really, really in its fine-tuned moment right now. You might be operating at peak productivity. Or
I find that we've been on plan. Like I say, this October, the first week of October will be 2 years back on plan. And I think...
Are we going to have a party and get a kebab and a cake? And a pizza?
I'll make my own cake, thanks. But yeah, like I say, I have not had one flu or cold or anything since being back on plan. And if you eat enough fruit and vegetables and all stuff that is really good for your body, you will get very little flus. Like I say, we've been around people in supermarkets and places.
Unless they're wearing perfume, then you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, but like I say, even...
Like the stinky people today.
Oh, if anyone's even... I can't tell if somebody's got BO or something.
He was like, oh my God, that person stinks. I'm like, it's aftershave. No, it's really horrible. It's really chemically. It's really nasty. No, it's actually a really nice aftershave. But you didn't pick up any of the notes of it. You just picked up, obviously, the alcohol or whatever it was that was the astringent.
Smell.
They didn't smell of smoke. It was just their aftershave. Their aftershave obviously had something in it that your brain went, too much smoke. But it wasn't. It was nice.
I just can't tell. But still, like I say, even if, like, every so often I have a slight gain or something happens, it's not going to steer me off plan, because I know that all of the no added sugars and all of the things that I eat, loads of fruit, loads of vegetables, it's all on plan. And, you know, like I say, before I'd had a couple of slight gains or whatever, and then all of a sudden the week after, then that comes back off and it all balances out and I carry on, you know, my weight slowly going down, which is obviously...
And as a lifer,
just part of it.
As lifers, you've got to accept that our bodies will fluctuate. Yeah. That's that. Smurfio says, to the Duchess of Oak Trees, my scale is one I got from Amazon a couple of years ago. I went for them because at the time they were the only ones that would weigh me at 32 stone. Now you're fluctuating between 25 and 26. That's an amazing loss.
Yeah.
6 to 7 stone that you've come off. That's amazing. Well done for you for doing that, Smurfio. That gets itself a clap. So yeah, well done for you for that. That's an incredible amount. Definitely doing it as a lifestyle, says Shen London. Never going back. Exactly. Don't give up. That peri peri made you laugh, although it took you a few seconds to get it. I know, right? Peri peri menopause.
Yes, it is.
Did I go to Nando's? Anyway, you can all use that as long as you credit me. And if you are a working comedian, I would like a little bit of a 10% commission on that one joke, please. Thank you very much. That would be lovely. Debbie's World says you got the body composition scales V-Sync from Amazon. Oh, another one from Amazon. They are, then, you see. People coming...
The ones that do how much water your body has got, how much fat your body has got, and how much...
Yeah.
And all of that stuff.
Yeah. A bit like when we have to pay £1 at Boots every week. Maybe we should get some of them, and then we don't have to... No, we don't, because we can't put them down in the kitchen because the dogs knock them over, the cats knock them over.
Where are we going to get the apples from?
I knock them over.
I know we've got apples in the kitchen, but eventually we'll run out.
Oh, you mean, what? Because we don't then go to M&S and pick up the apples. That's very true. That's very true. Right then, I think it looks like everyone else has weighed in that's here on the live stream. Do you want to say what happened when you got on the scales this week?
Yeah. I went to get weighed yesterday.
You did go to get weighed yesterday. First of all, how was your week on plan? Everything is normal, nothing... Yeah. A bit, we were very stressed this week, which we will get into in a bit.
I'd say food-wise, been perfectly on plan, written everything down. I do feel like I've been nibbling at food a bit more this week. And so I'd eaten a few more...
hang on. Sorry, there we go. Sorry, I just moved the microphone in.
Yeah, so been as usual on plan, written everything down. Had nothing different than I normally would, but I think I have been nibbling at food a bit more due to stress.
What food though? Were you nibbling at Mars bars?
No, oranges and other fruit, but it's like most of it would be like fruit and stuff that I'd had. Mm-hmm. And even if I didn't need one orange, I might have ended up having two and an apple or something. On top of the other things that I normally eat. So that's probably the most that I've done this week. And then had a week this week where...
You also hadn't been to a number 2.
No, I hadn't.
For 4 days.
I hadn't for about 3 or 4 days. So I got weighed in yesterday. And believe that or not, I'd actually...
So, hang on. Last week...
I was 13
stone
11 last week.
13 stone 11 last week. This week, a whole week on plan. No dirty Mars bars, takeaways, anything like that. No. And Rufus weighed in at 14 stone 3 pounds. He gained 6 pounds in a week. But we knew instantly this wasn't a fair game.
But then yesterday I didn't have any Bovril. The day or so before, because I think I've just been on low spoons, as in like I had just gone, you know, because of stress and everything else, I've just gone, right, here's my Bovril, put my spoon in, stuck it in my pot, where normally I just do a level teaspoon.
But it's free food.
But it's still a lot of salt in it. That's the problem.
And this is the thing.
So I then went and got weighed in today. Last night I took a little bit of lactulose because I hadn't been for a few days at least.
Yeah.
And I went and got weighed in, and...
So first of all, I picked myself up off the floor, picked up my jaw and went, 6 pounds? Yeah. That's bonkers.
When we'd eaten the same meals pretty much.
And then went, right, so your Bovril, you've been having a lot more, and that's a lot of salt. The last time you did that, you held on to a load of water.
But
it could be that.
But it is surprising though, you know, when you are on low spoons or you're just exhausted, how, you know, you're on plan, but you're not focusing fully. So whereas before I would have gone, right, tapped my level spoon of Bovril and stick it in my pot and then filled it with hot water.
Yeah.
Instead of that, it would just be put my spoon in. I know that I'd done it. Only thinking back what I'd done, just because I just was out of spoons, I was just put my spoon in and just scooped it out and just put it straight in my pot. But only, well, like I say, it was just thinking back and realising I think that's what I'd done. I'd not really been fully focused on what I was just sticking to the plan because I've been doing it so long.
And we haven't got anything else in the house.
No,
we don't put it in our trolleys.
But it's not that I was doing it to over-consume it either. I was just really low on spoons.
And not concentrating. And we'll get into all of that in a second. Anyway, so yesterday we took some lactulose. That did its job for you. And
3 times,
didn't have any Bovril last night.
I didn't have any last night.
So you then went back to Boots today to weigh in again.
And as well today, I didn't weigh in at the same time I weighed in earlier though. So that would be a slight difference of... a
day later, not even a whole 24 hours later, like 18 hours later, Rufus then weighed in. He was going to focus. There you go. At 14 stone dead on.
Yeah.
So he went from a 6 pound gain to a 3 pound gain overnight. So he lost 3 pounds overnight by having a poop and having a pee, basically.
But I think stress does play a big part in you know, how you do, how you're functioning, how you're concentrating during the week, how...
Yeah. I'm giving you the clap, my darling. Yeah. The reason being that instantly you didn't go,
oh, sod it.
Sod it. And instantly you went, oh,
yeah,
I had too much bovril. I think that might have been a thing. And you cracked on. So, before we go on to the topic and deal with how we deal with those unfair gains, I do just want to bring Audrey in. Audrey says that you lost the pound last Friday. So, hang on a second. Let me put the clap back up because I got rid of the clap. There we are. Well done for you for a pound off last Friday. That's a really good result. Not great today though. Upset tummy all afternoon. Laying in bed with a hot water bottle. Feeling sorry for myself. My darling, that sounds bloody horrible, to be honest with you. There's nothing worse when it's warm and sticky and you got a poorly tummy and you just... Because it makes you feel so sluggish, doesn't it? It just makes you feel like, oh...
Well, I said if you've had an upset tummy, just mind you don't get dehydrated.
Yeah.
Just drink lots of water.
This is, again, your hydration reminder. Drink. What are you drinking? Let us know what you're drinking down in the chat, please. What are you drinking right now? Put it in the chat. Share your hydration tips.
You'll get dehydrated and then you'll find you'll be constipated and then, that won't go well.
Then you'll gain 6 pounds.
Make you feel even worse then. Yeah.
You'll gain 6 pounds in a week because you were constipated and holding on to water, and then lose half of that overnight. Beanfeast 57 says your scales are called Le.Pulse scales or Le.Pulse scales from Amazon. You find them very accurate and the app is great. Oh, it comes with an app. That's very good.
But anyone that's got scales at home, do you ever move them? So you set them in place. Are you someone that picks them up every time you've got weighed, or you've got a certain place in the bathroom or somewhere that they just sit and you don't move them?
Who can say?
I'm saying people that have them at home, if you like move your scale or you just leave it in the same place all the time and never move it.
If you're able to leave them in the same place and not have cats jump on them or dogs move them or your dizzy partner fall into them and knock them out the skyways, then that's great. Because you can have them down. Those are where the scales, once they're calibrated to you, that's it.
That's it.
The difficulty is if you're picking them up, putting them down, picking them up, putting them down, moving them slightly, even if it's like off by a centimetre, that floor might be slightly uneven.
And then we've had scales before as well.
Yeah.
You feel like getting on them and like drawing around your feet or something, so that every time you step on them, you step on exactly the same bit.
The ones at Boots have got that cut-out thing on the pad that you stand on.
Where you put your feet on.
And I always try and put my feet in that area, so it's the same. That's why it's like that. Yeah. Anyway, right. Today's topic of the week is how do we deal with an unfair gain? Dormouse, I can see your message. I'll read it out and do that in a second.
Yeah.
First of all, what do we mean by an unfair gain? What was you called an unfair gain?
Well, what happened this week, really, but I'm aware, obviously, just feeling stressed that I'd, even not being hungry, I would just be picking up fruit and just eating things just probably from stress.
Not from habit. There is a couple of times, I will say, it's been a couple of times this week where you've been watering the garden and then you'll come in and start peeling an orange and I'm like, all right, you don't normally eat till later, but okay.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So that has definitely happened. So an unfair gain, we call it an unfair gain if you know you have eaten well within your plan. And even like with Rufus, you've had a nibble of this and a nibble of that, but it was an apple or an orange or speed food or something, you don't deserve that gain. So basically it's if you can say, look at yourself in the mirror, hand on heart, honestly, truthfully, authentically, and say, I have been on plan 100% and you had a gain, that's an unfair gain. I've had that up and down for the last 5 years. Yeah. Since the cancer, before the cancer, wasn't it? Before we were aware of the cancer.
Knew that, things had changed.
This time that had come back straight away because I was going
all
down,
of a sudden
down.
All of a sudden there was some up and downs,
And in that phase was my weight going, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, left, right, up, down, because that's how my body reacts to the cancer. So then, what can cause an unfair gain? Well, we know now from you,
stress.
Salt. Well, first of all, salt.
Salt. Yeah, a lot of
the
salt.
last few times when you've had this before, because it has happened once before, it was bovril.
It's a bit like saying if you I don't know, if you're not someone that puts lots of salt on your dinner, and say every day this week you went, oh, do you know what, I'm gonna have roast dinner, and you did some stock cubes and some hot water and then like 1 spoon of the Mayflower gravy or whatever, which also has salt.
Yeah, and you put some salt
and
on
then
your
veggies. You put the gravy on your dinner, and then like
salt
a bit of salt on your veggies and whatever, and you had more salt that week, you're likely your body will start holding on to the water because of the salt.
Yeah.
And the likelihood, if you did that at least a few days before getting weighed in, the likelihood is that your body will be holding a lot more,
some water.
Yeah, a lot more water.
But stress as well can cause fluctuations. Being on low spoons, Dormouse's comment here. Bodies with low spoons, says Dormouse, are a frustrating mystery and reinforces why we need to keep our eyes on the bigger picture.
That's it.
Stress is a huge factor in weight loss and how our body and our metabolism works and all of that. It really is one of those factors that gets overlooked a lot. So
I had, though, most of the time over the last, I don't know how many weeks, I've been drinking quite a bit, but I also, most weeks up until this week, I'd been pretty regular. My body's been functioning so much better since I've not been on injections. Pretty back to normal, but this week has been very different for me, even though I've been drinking a lot.
Well, the channel's called Beyond Authentic. How much do you want to share?
What do you mean?
About
I flushed it.
No, how much do you want to share about stress this week?
No, it's just been a lot, like I say, this week, and then where I feel like there's a lot more things I do here, and then where it's been 1 week after another week after another week, over time it's built up, and then where you've been out of action more, and then trying to look after cats, trying to keep, sort the dogs out and sort other things out at home as well. It's been a lot, and then I just got to the point where my body was just exhausted.
When did the cancer come back? Was it March? April?
Was it April? End of March, April.
Yeah. So March, April time, my cancer, obviously the bladder cancer, came back. Since then, for the first couple of weeks, it was all fine.
Yeah.
Then I had the laser thing, and then there was a bit of recovery from that, but then it was all back to sort of relative normality, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But during that time, your mum passed away.
Yeah.
In April. So that was a lot of stress, and you were back and forth dealing with that. And then pretty much as soon as the stress of that started to die down and you weren't down there so much, then along comes chemo.
Cleared my dad's house, and
then we were doing boot sales every weekend, and so there was no chance for you to take a break then. And then I started chemo 7 weeks ago this week. And of course,
this is the 8th week, I think, coming up now. I think it's been 2 weeks ago, so this is 8.
4 weeks.
This is 8 weeks.
4 weeks of chemo.
You had 6 weeks of chemo.
Oh God!
6 weeks.
So it's 9 weeks. This is week 9 then.
This Friday will be 3 weeks since your last.
Yeah. So this is week 9. So 9 weeks ago, I started chemo, and we did the first of the chemo diaries videos, and I didn't do another one since because I've been too bloody exhausted. Honestly, the last 2 days has been the first couple of days where I'm beginning to feel a little bit like my old self. We've started to go, oh, what videos can we film? What are we? Yeah. So I'm starting to actively look at life a little bit differently. But for 8 weeks solid, I've been out of action, trying to do things, but also failing miserably, battling my chemo, the effect it has on me, the stress of that, whilst also trying not to unload all the stress onto you, but also kind of you having your own worries about, oh my God, my wife, my partner's going through this chemo, which is stressful, but also then you have to not only look after the dogs and then the cats that we took on, and then the house, and then me on top, and then the garden, and then your own grief and processing your mum's loss. And all of that has come all at the same time. And my ADHD brain has not helped that process. We had a bit of a breakthrough this week about how suddenly, so I am waiting for my official ADHD diagnosis, but a very good friend of mine who was a counsellor once told me, I thought you already had your ADHD diagnosis. No. Because I said to her, do you think I'm ADHD? She went, yeah, of course you are. And I went, why have you never said that? She went, what do you mean?
She thought you knew.
You're diagnosed, aren't you? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, I thought you had a piece of paper and everything. I was like, no, but thank you. That reaffirms in my head that actually I think this is an issue. And we are pretty confident that you will go, you've got an autism assessment coming up and that you will end up ticking all the boxes or not, or whatever that assessment
but like
is.
I say, just every day, things around me, it's like my brain will count things like how many things come into the home during 1 week, and if the same sort of amount of things don't leave the home and we just collect things, my brain will then go, oh, too many things.
Yeah.
Like,
so there is a fundamental translation issue between an autistic brain and an ADHD brain. And for us, that's reared its head in a few different ways. And we've had a really difficult week, haven't we, in our relationship and stress, because you've been getting very, very stressed and tired and exhausted. And I've been tired and exhausted because of the chemo and the fibro and everything. And it's all been a lot. And neither of us have had a moment to gather our thoughts or gather ourselves or away from it. We've just been in the thick of it for that amount of time. But one of the things that happened this week is that I managed to unlock a key thing of understanding how Rufus sees my doom pile, right? So ADHD, typical doom pile, you've got a pile of stuff, it's how you're processing things. And it's literally like that doom pile is like a computer's processing memory, right? Pile of stuff, my brain goes, I know what's in that. That's not a priority. That's not a priority. That probably needs looking at, but that I can deal with. That we're going to move this to there. When that moves, I can go there and that can go here. And there's all this like mental Rubik's Cube going on. I thought everybody saw that and understood that. I thought, oh, look, that's a pile. And sometimes I'd say to you, look, I got rid of a whole bag of crap from that pile. And you would look at it very differently, because to me, that's a system, that's a work in progress. That's a pile of crap. So get rid of the pile of crap. All of that stuff there is a work in progress. That's a processing file. You look at it and go, there's 750 items stacked up, higgledy-piggledy.
And it looks like the same amount to me.
What the fuck is that? Yeah. Whereas my brain goes, oh, so that's the bills and that's this and that's what I'm working on. I've got to move that over to there, but I can't move that until that moves. So my brain sees that entire thing as one item. It is my pile of stuff that I'm dealing with. Your brain sees it as 750 individual items that are in a place they shouldn't be, and they're not being there, and nothing's being moved, and I don't understand why it's still there after this amount of time, and blah, blah, blah. What unlocked it for me in my brain, and how I had a breakthrough moment with us and our level of understanding each other, is that sometimes I'll walk into the kitchen and it might be I'm doing dinner, right? I cook the basic, what I call mum dinners, don't I, at the moment? Because I have to sit on a stool sometimes, and so I'll chop up all the salad.
Is that what mum dinners are then?
Yeah, like
sit on a stool.
No, but you know, like a mum dinner is like kids are home from school. You want something that's relatively quick, relatively easy, food on the plate, filling, nutritious, beetroot burger, Moroccan burger, jacket potato, or chips and salad. Right, done. Beef burger in a pit of bread, salad, jacket potato or chips, done. It's those sort of fairly quick and easy. Bung it together, burrito bowl, cook the mince, bung all this stuff in. You'd already chopped it all. bung all the stuff in, cook the bits off that need cooking, the rest of it, salad, chop it all up, put it in a bowl, shake that around, that on a plate, that on a bowl, that on a bowl, mince on top, done. Relatively half an hour, 45 minutes max, done, and we're eating. Whereas any of the more extravagant meals, as I would call them, and they're not, but things like a curry or something where you've got a pinch of this and 2 pinches of that and a spoon of that and half of this and half of that.
There's a process of everything, so there's rules to everything. So even like if I'm making a curry, there's certain things that go in first, and there's an order for everything. And so it's a bit like saying, oh, well, if you're someone that drives, there's rules to the road, there's rules to everything you do in life, and you follow the rules. Otherwise you can't do the next steps until you've done the first ones, so in order.
But if I'm going in the kitchen, right, and I'm doing a beetroot burger, Moroccan burger, salad and chips, when I'm on low spoons, my brain goes, right, I'm going to go and cook dinner. What am I doing? And I literally get executive dysfunction. I get overwhelmed because I can't process what I need to do first. And I literally have to sit there and go, I need to cook those. Right. But I can't. And I have to take myself out of the kitchen, go and have a talk to myself, go and sort my head out, give my head a wobble, go back in the kitchen and go, right, let's start. Because that initial overwhelm is too much for my brain to process sometimes. What unlocked it for me this week is that when you see this is a work in progress organising, you get visual overwhelm, which means you look at it and go, ah! Whereas I look at it and go, well, that's working there, and these all parts. For me, it's like lots of parts of a moving machine. Or like an ant's nest, you know, where it's like everything's all moving around. Whereas you look at it and go, pile of crap. And that understanding unlocked a key difference this week, didn't it?
I know, my brain's just like, if it's stuff that isn't important, if it's stuff that isn't of value or whatever, why is it even here?
Yeah. Whereas my brain goes, that will come in useful one day. And also, it talks about, this is going very deep for a weight loss channel, but also I think it talks a little bit about our different upbringings, in that you had parents that were both working, both professionals, and I had my dad was in the Navy, but my mum largely was a shop assistant, right? And didn't work constantly. So my mum had lower pay jobs. So growing up for us, if we got something, you kept hold of it a bit longer. Whereas for you, you might have looked at something and gone, that's now too damaged to keep. It gets thrown away. Whereas I would go, oh, it's still good.
If it's still
that's still good.
And if I'm not going to sell it, then I'll give it a
like a Homer Simpson with the pig. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little bit in my key. It's still good. It's still good. And so that all ties in as well. But all of that's been going on in the background, whilst you've also been looking after me, keeping me alive, feeding me, doing dinners when I've literally been unconscious and unable to feed myself because I've been out of action. And so you have got, I think, a bit of burnout from reaching that point. And all of that has come together this week. So the fact that you gained 6 pounds through stress, water retention and everything else, I think is a miracle that you didn't gain a whole bunch more.
Yeah, like I say, I think it's when you take your eyes off the ball, even though it's just something you're doing every day, and you know what you're doing. But then when you just are exhausted mentally, I think that, you know, as if like your brain goes, well, you know what doing when you're eating and when you're preparing food and stuff, but your mind goes on autopilot. I think it's like that part of it isn't important. You know what you're doing there, your brain says, so right, just do that. And then when you think about it and look back at what you have done, you realise, oh, I know that the day or so before I'd literally with the bovril and
So
just
that's probably
put the spoon in and stuck it straight in my pot rather than
maybe 2.5 times the amount you'd normally have in each cup.
Rather than measuring it, because I'd known that after I'd got down to the last bit of my bovril, it was just a bit gloopy in the bottom.
You said that the other day. You said, "Oh, it's really gloopy in the bottom of this," and I was like,
the last bit really salty in the bottom. So that's what I'd done. That's when I realised
there wasn't enough liquid in it because
that's when
there was too much bovril in the cup.
Yeah, I'd realised at that point,
and that's like, one of those.
I'll drink it anyway, so I drank it, and that's that.
So that's one of those things where we look back this week and go, right, it was the ultimate coming together of all of those things. A hell of a lot of stress, which meant because you didn't have any spoons.
But yeah, normally, like I say, I just get on with things and it's just a task for me to do.
But then as soon as my brain went visual overload, I can do something about that. I made some changes in the bedroom. I'm making some changes in here. I'm making some changes in the lounge. So instantly it was like, I understand that. I can change that. It's going to take a little while. It's a work in progress, but I can change that. I can change that processing to make it easier for you in our shared space. So hopefully 6 months down the line, 3 months down the line, whatever, that won't be as much of an issue. But also, hopefully, fingers bloody crossed, I won't be crashing out. Because we're now, Friday is 3 weeks from the last chemo session, so this is now where
but there's that and narcolepsy possibly as well.
I mean, I might crash out on the sofa after dinner, but I won't be 36 hours out of action like I have been. So I think so when we look at it, your unfair gain is probably a fair gain in terms of there's a reason your body did it. But I think that is the key thing. As Dormouse says, bodies with low spoons are frustrating. When you've got low spoons, it's the little things that you take your eye off the ball with. I remember, when was it that Jane said to me about the prunes? Because I was knowingly overeating them, and she said, "Oh, you watch out for that because of the sugar." And my brain went, "Oh, I didn't even think about that. It was a healthy extra fibre. I didn't even think about the sugar content in them." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that would be having." Because again, I took my eye off the ball because I think it was going back when the in between, or just when the cancer came back.
But they were fruits, so they're healthy. So it's
no, it was more that. Well, that's a healthy extra. It's a healthy extra fibre. So fibre's good for me, innit? That helped me poop. I need a certain amount of fibre. That's good. If I have 2 lots of fibre, 2 lots of prunes a day, and some milk, that's really good. Well, actually, what about all the sugar? That's not good. And I think for us, it's going to be most interesting next Tuesday when you weigh in, because hopefully both of us might have had an actual poop regularly.
But I said it just makes you wonder, because like I say, we went into M&S today and we looked at some of the sauces in M&S, so like your ketchup,
spoilers, video coming up,
ketchups and other things. But some of the things in there that had lots of added sugar, and some of the ones that said they've got no added sugar in, were the same swips, like for a tablespoon and so on. And you look at it and you think, well, surely how can they be, whether you picked that one for half the price and that one for, double, how can the swip value be the same?
A single swip.
Yeah.
That's the ketchup, isn't it?
The ketchups again, and that. And how can that be the same when, one's got a load of sugar and one doesn't?
This is it. And it's one of those things where
it is looking at things of,
and when you are stressed and when life is lifing, because it's really life the last few weeks for us, when life is lifing, it's really easy to just not have the focus be quite as sharp on what you're doing. In your case, it's largely, effectively, you've had 3 weeks of Bovril in 1 week.
Probably.
Which is a hell of a lot of salt. Hell of a lot of salt. I'm surprised you haven't been waking up with that going, water! Like SpongeBob when he's out of the water in the squirrel's house, I can't remember what she's called.
I said I got weighed in earlier today because I had to go and have a blood test done.
Yeah.
So I had to get up super early, take some medicine, some stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Then go and have my blood
Wait so
test.
many hours.
Then
go for the blood test.
Then go get weighed straight after that. So it was an earlier weigh-in as well. So like I said, if I'd got weighed in the same time like I did yesterday, I said it might have been a slightly different result.
Another pound or two off again.
Could have been. So, but yeah.
But again, it's one of those things, isn't it? So how we process all of that, it could have been yesterday is a prime example. You could have said, sod it. I've gained £6 like I did.
Yeah.
Not since October, but in our previous Slimming World journeys, where again my weight's fluctuating. I go, I've been on plan all week, every week for 2 months, and I've had gains and a little loss and a gain and a little loss, and I've just come in and I've gained another £4 in a week.
What did I do? Recently I put, was it over 2 weeks, I put £2 on, and then next week I put £2 on. Yeah. And then took 5 off the one after that. So it's...
But those weeks where it's like, sod it, those were the weeks in the past where I've gone, why am I paying for this? Not this time around. Why am I paying for this? Why am I putting myself through this? Why am I dieting? Because that's what the mentality that I had. Why am I dieting and not eating the food that I want to eat and paying for the privilege and still gaining weight? This is ridiculous. I could have had a burger. I could have had chips. I could have had pizza. Because that's where our head was, wasn't it? That's how we were not having that food because we were on a diet. This time round...
We're not on a diet.
No, but also, you had the £6. You immediately didn't go, sod it, I'm going to get a kebab. You went, let me analyse that a second. What's been going on? Yeah. Oh, I did this. That's been different. The stress has been different. That. So, if you'd said last night and said to me, sod it. Well, actually, I don't think I would have come off plan, but if you'd said, sod it, I'm really stressed, I'm going to go and get some, what were those custard tarts? I'm going to go and get some custard tarts and I'm going to have 4 of them because I'm so stressed. I might have gone, are you sure? But in the end, it's your choice. If you'd done that, what would that have led to? If you'd said sod it and thrown the plan out the window, no, I know, but what could it have led to before? Not now. But in previous times we've done the plan when we were dieting.
It's just sugar, so it makes, as soon as you start having lots of added sugars, it makes you want more of it. So that's what brings on hunger, and then you go and eat more of that shit. So,
and this is it. If you've had an unfair gain, when you go sod it, that's a really dangerous bit because, as you say, do you need a can? I've got a Pepsi here.
No, I'm all right. Well, you don't do it anymore because it's not something I want to do anymore. It's not part of my healthy lifestyle.
No.
And I just wouldn't. I always apart from obviously a few stress from my Bovril and whatever, most of everything else I override. I have the final say on, like say I pick up a bit of fruit or whether I go, oh sod it, I can't be asked anymore. So because I now am able to override, coming off plan or doing any of that, there's nothing disastrous going to happen because I don't allow it. And I'm happy eating what I eat. So that's why, it's not a diet. It's just a healthy lifestyle. So I don't, I may have had some water fluctuation and all of that, but in general, I don't plan to go off plan at all, and I really like what I do, like I say, the food I eat, and I know that just what it's probably doing for my body just are so much healthier, and like I say, just bugs, you'll get less bugs and illnesses and things and that sort of stuff.
Well, we've had to do the whole keep calm and carry on thing, which is like, okay, no big deal, £6 gain. Let's look at that. Let's understand it, and let's try and process it. Because at the end of the day, it's just data. And what did the data tell us? I know we are now, but for everybody else, for other people that are watching that may have had an unfair gain. They may have been on plan all week and gained 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 pounds.
But I said one of the things though is like I write down what I eat every day, so I have an idea of all the things, you know, I can see what I've done. If I didn't write it down, I would forget. After the last 2 days or so, I would forget what I ate a week ago. So I write it down so I know everything that I've been eating.
And that was the first thing in it. You look at it and go, well, there's no reason there. It's nothing I've eaten.
No.
I haven't eaten. I write everything, so there's nothing I've eaten that causes 6 pounds. So again, that is where you look at the data.
That's it,
and you go, right, it's a £6 gain.
Yeah.
But that isn't a genuine £6 gain. There's something else going on. Right, let's cut the bovril, have some lactulose. Oh, that's had an effect. And overnight, you drop £3.
Yeah, just cleared my system out of it.
Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where...
But I said, a lot of people, though, if you don't have that, you know, that bodily function, go to the toilet and clear yourself out, if that doesn't happen regular, most people, if you're like me, I don't go, oh, do you know what? I didn't poop today. You don't think about it. It's just a thing you go, oh, I think I need a toilet. Right, off you go to the toilet. That happens. But when I'm not feeling like I need to go, I don't think about it at all. So until like 3-4 days later, and you go,
oh, I've not been.
I don't think I've been. I think I really,
bummed. Yeah. And that's the thing. And again, when the weather's been hot and it's been stressful and you've not drunk enough water, as you said, fluids, and been having extra salt, the data tells us
I drank quite
something
a bit,
there was a reason.
But obviously I'd had too much salt during the week.
But I think the biggest thing for us is we aren't focused week to week. We are focused on that big picture. And that isn't even a case of looking at where we've come in the last nearly 2 years.
But everybody's weight fluctuates, even whether, you know, your calorie counting, no matter what you're doing, you know, lots of things that happen every day in our lives affect your weight.
And I was saying, it's not, but the big picture, we're not just talking about what's happened since October 24th.
No, I'd say look what we've done, like, you know, in not even 2 years. So you know what I mean? So you look at how far you've come already, it just shows you that what you're doing is working. And
also, the bigger picture also looks at what could be happening in the next year, 2, 10 years. That's how we look at it now, genuinely, from a healthy lifestyle point of view. This is our lifestyle.
But then when you look at it, you know, if you're all middle-aged or maybe a little bit older, you look at how long it's took you to get to where you are originally, or when you've come onto the plan to, you know, on Slimming World, and you look out, you know, no one gains that weight overnight. It also then doesn't fall off overnight either, so it takes a lot of work.
But also look at us in the past.
Perseverance.
This is our third proper, there's been other bits in between, but our first proper go-round on Slimming World. And it's the first time.
It's figuring out what works for you and to do the plan the way
the plan is written.
Well, it's not just that, but also doing the plan, because there's many ways people can do the plan, and obviously everybody will have like different fruits and vegetables and different things, and some people you can do it with very little fruit and veggies, but it's just a bit slower.
Some people do. Some people are vegan and they have nothing but fruit and veggies or veggie
or whatever.
And again, when it comes down to SWIPs and healthy extra fats and things, Jane, again, the Empress, Jane Day, she has been having avocado since before they made the change, because she SWIPed it, because she enjoys that as part of her food as a healthy extra fat. Whereas...
some people will have all of their SWIPs or whatever, and some people will just go... Now, I don't think they used to say it, did they? They used to say, oh, you can use however many, you know, your sin SWIPs or whatever at the
5
time.
to 20, 5 to 25.
Then they sort of I think before we left, they said about, try and aim, you know, if you were going to have most of your SWIPs, try and aim for 5, and try and aim for 10. And then if you don't go over 10, and if you missed any SWIPs or whatever in your, you know, things like for sweetener and other little bits and pieces, then that's accounted for then.
And again, that changed in January of this year. So for 50 years or whatever it is, Slimming World was like, try and keep, you know, that's your maximum swips. Don't go above that. And then all of a sudden it's 5 to 10.
Yeah, that's it.
But if you've been having 15 swips every day and losing weight since, and you've been losing weight, then overnight in January, that doesn't make a bloody difference if your body's suddenly going, oh, now I'm having 15. Oh, no. It's, again, it's one of those things, isn't it? And it's that thing of, we look at that big picture. We're focused so much on, this isn't just for now. This isn't just to us to get to target.
Long-term thing. And, you know, would you rather be eating super healthy and occasionally, you know, you don't get the result that you was hoping for, but look how healthier your body's going to be from all of that good food you're eating rather than all the stuff that's going to clog your system up.
But also, you now really look forward to a mixed grill harvester.
Yeah.
That's like, that's something that for you, that hasn't become, it's not like it's a dirty secret. It's not it's a regular food. It's become something that you allow yourself occasionally, because we have to allow ourselves
meals that we allow yourself to have something every now and again, because, you know, why wouldn't you?
But again, nowadays you can look at that and go, that one meal,
if I put £2 on that week, like my birthday, then so
be it. But also that one meal hasn't got enough fat in it to clog my arteries, hasn't got enough whatever in it.
I had, you know, full fat sausage and other things on my plate, and it was okay. It was all right.
The other 6 days of the week, and even that afterwards, because you didn't have
I didn't have a pudding or anything else.
You had your normal fruit. So after all of that, that's 6.5 meals the rest of the week, or 6.5 days of food the rest of the week, was absolutely on plan and optimized for your body. So you can have, if you are working your plan, you can have those meals off. It isn't going to cause you as much damage as having, you know, out of 21 meals, if you eat 21 meals.
And then another week's worth of like meals, because you just kept it going.
Yeah, exactly. So the big picture literally
just
says,
having that meal, having that something, and then just getting straight back to the plan.
So you zoom out, and you go, look at where I was.
That's it.
Look at where I'm headed. This week, unfair gain. Shen, unfair gain. You, unfair gain. You look at what's changed, you look at the data, you look at that big picture and say, am I going to let that unfair gain through stress, through whatever, through your body going through perimenopause at Nando's, whatever it might be, are you going to allow that one incident, that 1 week's result on those scales, to in 6 months' time have you be larger than you were when you joined Slimming World? Because that's what would have happened to us. That's what did happen to us. When we were last on plan previously as a diet, and we went, sod it, it's not working. 18 months later, we were almost at our biggest ever again.
That was the past.
You know. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway, right, let's get into the chat, because we talked a lot there. So anyway, that's how we deal with unfair gains.
But yeah, however you are in, you know, yesterday, a month ago, a year ago, is not how you're going to be in the future if you just follow what the plan says.
Yeah, and that's also one of the reasons why we've got rid of all of our fat clothes.
Yeah, because I'm not going back there.
I ain't buying no fat clothes again. I am never buying another 5XL item of clothing in my life for me. Never. If you want a 5XL, got nothing to do with you. This is just for me and my personal journey. You might have been a 10XL, now you're in a 5. That's an amazing progress. For me, I was in a 5XL, now I'm in an L.
But I knew that at some point, you know, obviously, if the plan doesn't work the first time, doesn't mean give up. It just means that what you were doing or what you were trying to... I originally tried to include my unhealthy habits and take them with me. And
that's a very good point.
The first time it didn't work, and obviously that was the reason why. And then my other things, I still, on weigh-in days, I still, even though I don't go buy takeaways or anything like that, I still do the, I've been weighed in, I'm going to give myself a treat, I'm going to get myself some different fruit or something different to have, but it's still on plan. But it's you know, I've been weighed in, I've done all right this week, I'm going to buy a different type of fruit or
You're not
something
having
else.
fish and chips, but I'll have a dragon fruit.
Or something else. But yeah.
Whatever it is.
But, you know, if it's on plan and it's something, it's kind of like to spoil yourself, but in a healthy way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or it could be, you might say, oh, it's Way Day today, I'm going to buy a new mascara.
Yeah. Or, you know.
I don't know why you would say that.
Or
but, you know.
I've got rid of 2 tops that, you know, I hadn't put on for a bit, tried them on, and they were just like somebody else's clothes. So I put them on, and I'm going to go and buy, I don't know, JD Sport, go buy a new sports topper or something else.
Yeah.
You know, and we do, most of the time, it's just spoiling ourselves and doing something nice for ourselves in the way of clothes or something, you know. But it just helps you as well, I think, acknowledge the fact that you are doing really well and your body shape is changing. Obviously, if you're going down in the clothes, and there's no point just leaving loads of bigger clothes in the wardrobe.
Also, it's the things we can't see. When you look at the body scan doodah fat composition thing, and you look at 1 month to the next, that's been the biggest eye-opener for us.
Yeah, it's a big
change. Because you go, oh, well, I've only lost 2 pounds in that month, but look how much fat's changed.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Yeah. And that is massive, isn't it? That is a really big, and because we can't see what's going on inside our bodies, we can't see the positive effects that being on a healthy eating journey, a healthy weight loss plan,
I would think, you know,
doing.
if you're someone can't get that information from Slimming World and you go to a group and that, it's probably, I say every so often, go and step on the scales at Boots, I say, because they'll give you all that information for £1.
Yeah, really useful.
Yeah.
Audrey was drinking boiled water. Shen London was drinking Pepsi Max. That's what you like, isn't it?
I like infusing, is it licorice and mint tea bags, and just putting, doing a big jug of boiling water and just leaving those in it and let it cool down. I then, you know, obviously take the bag out and bottle it and put it in the door of the fridge. Yeah. And I'll just have that. That's really, really nice.
Yeah, you've really liked that this week. So much so that we went hunting for the tea bags. And we're going to have to go to Aldi's, the only place we can find them.
I only got peppermint ones that I got today for 95p in Sainsbury's.
Bargain. Dormouse says you've got a mark on the bathroom floor where you place them 11 a.m. every Saturday, then you tuck them away so you're not tempted to daily weigh.
That's the other thing, like I say, when we were trying to weigh at home in the kitchen, we would literally, it would be, okay, that's exactly where I try and place the scales, but I think it's either they just weren't, you know, it's stepping on them exactly in the same place where you normally do, because it's not like the ones at Boots, like I say, other than me going, because they were just clear glass tops. So I was like, should I just like step on them and just draw around them in a marker so I know where to put my feet?
We've got those chalk pens. You could draw around it in a chalk pen.
We have got chalk pen, the whiteboard ones, like these type ones.
But the problem is, I've got bigger feet than you. Trans. So you would draw around your feet, I would get on and wipe it off because my feet are bigger. So I get on
get your own
and it'll
set
be
of
on my socks. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah. Just have, and then you put yours down and then mine are like slightly off. No, I just go to Boots and pay £1. It tells me all me tells me all my body fat stuff then as well. Using chilled toilet roll as per Billy Connolly's advice. Vaguely remember, can't remember. When you've got tummy problems.
Yeah.
Yes. Being Feast 57, Shell says, a black decaf for you tonight. You put your scales on your treadmill to get an accurate reading. What? Oh, because your treadmill's balanced. Oh, that's ingenious. That's really clever because the treadmill is properly calibrated. That is ingenious. Smokey says your scales stay in the same place. You also weigh every day. What? You also weigh every day. It's not for everyone you know, but for you, weighing now isn't a big event anymore, and you find it helpful to see how your body fluctuates day to day. There you go. That's amazing. I couldn't do that. I would fixate on the numbers too much and go, oh, I've gained half a pound overnight. Dormouse says, you know, when you have increased caring role, you push your own needs onto the back burner. Ergo, drip by drip, you completely empty your tank. It's hard getting a balance. That's what you found, wasn't it? Karen CCS67 says Rufus, being a caregiver is very stressful, and keeping a house, pets, etc. is hard. It really is. Dormel says it sounds like Grumpy and myself. We have, as he would put it, very different priority lists and how to deal with them. Negotiating a balanced can of needs can be challenging. It's really difficult. And also, I don't know how to do a priority list because my brain can't do that. All the jobs all need doing all at once. Therefore, nothing gets done because I don't know how to. This one's more important than that one. Everything needs doing. Therefore, if everything is a number one priority, then nothing is a number one priority. Do you know what I mean? Kimberly, your twins in. Better late than never. I did not sleep well. Had an early doctor's appointment. Came home and slept. Oh, you missed weigh-in, but you maintained. Oh, well done for you, my darling. We'll give you the clap. Well done, Kimberly. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Where are we? Belinda Neve. Hello, my darling. Been here silent watching. I've been in a fibro flare for the past couple of weeks. Awful. Hope you're better soon. It just won't let up. Hope everyone is okay. I hope you're doing okay soon, my darling. Fibro is a bugger. Whether it's the exhaustion or the pain, or at the moment, my flipping arm is having its own something issues, grinding or something happening. And my balance has been bad today, isn't it? But yeah, fibro, unless you've know somebody with it personally, it's very hard to understand how that impacts you. Jane Thompson, well done, Kimberly. Sometimes to maintain is harder than losing. It can be, yeah. You're both right. This minute is a better what? You're both right. This minute in a better space, as both can acknowledge areas that have scope for improvement and have talked it through. Communication of needs is essential. It really is. Well done for maintaining, Kimberly, says Dormouse. Hang in there, Belinda. Just do the best you can with your situation. Hopefully you'll get to the other side of it soon, says Kimberly. Absolutely. 100%. I've lost it. There we go. Do we think that if one of us goes on plan that both do? That's been our experience in the past, but this time round, no. I don't think that would happen.
I won't go off.
No. I think if I went, sod it, I'm going to have a dirty kebab and chips and burgers and everything else.
No.
It wouldn't affect you. And likewise, when it was your birthday and you had that meal out,
you was on plan.
I stuck to. I had.
You had a
half a chicken and jacket potato. I didn't even have chips. Jacket potato and a bit of the salad, didn't I? I counted my blue cheese dressing and a tiny drizzle of it. No, you just went slop it on. It's your birthday, and then since. We didn't go out for my birthday, so it's not even like we've gone, oh, well, you've been off plan and I didn't go off, and then I've been off plan and you didn't go. Because it's not about that anymore, is it? It's not about being off plan and then staying off plan. It's about that was a meal that you wanted to have. It's a choice.
That's it. Yeah,
that was a choice on that meal. And you chose to enjoy yourself and have a mixed grill, which is food that you enjoy occasionally. You enjoy it as a birthday treat, that you would have something you enjoy. And I was like, but I really enjoy the rotisserie chicken, so I'm going to stick to
controlled, and I kind of had, the idea that what I would be having and what I was allowing myself to have, and that's it. And it was, if I'd wanted anything different, I could have had it, but it's what I really was looking forward to.
Yeah, and it's that awful phrase of flexi swips, which doesn't actually exist. But that's what people would have called it, wouldn't it?
I just called it a meal off plan.
Yeah, it was just, well, it wasn't even off plan. It was a meal that you accounted for and then accepted the game. Well, no, you just went, that's my meal. I don't
know how many swips it would be, so I'm just not going to, that was just that meal off, and that's it, just get straight back to it.
But we didn't calorie count that one. It's 4,000 calories like we did the meal the year or two before.
Yeah.
That was bonkers. Your weight fluctuates and your fitness through the week. You just keep moving. Yep. So you can just keep swimming. Grumpy goes rogue in your house. You now leave him to it as you figure he's responsible for himself, if anything. When he goes rogue, you double your efforts, to be honest. Often easier just doing it for you. Absolutely, I can absolutely understand. Hey, Janet, you're back from Zumba. Why did that say Mumbai? That's very strange. That's very strange. Right, you've been away? You were here earlier.
Yeah, from Mumbai.
I know, from yeah, maybe that's where you're doing Zumba in Mumbai. Oh gosh. When you go into your 60s, it's harder to lose weight. Yep. I can 100% believe that. Jane talked about that, doesn't she? About how it is different every time. I think every time for us that we've gone, obviously, if you go to plan and you work something for a couple of years and then you come off for a couple of years, by the time you get back on it, you're 4 or 5 years older than when you started last time.
When you're a youngster, you need a lot more calories because you're growing. When you're an adult, from the time you get to 18, every year you don't need as much food anymore. You don't need as many calories anymore. And then until, you know, I don't know, you get pretty old and then you might only need like a couple of small snacks and something during meals during the day. You don't need as many unless you've built a lot of muscle over a long period of time, and to sustain that muscle you need to then eat more food. So if you want someone that wants to be able to eat a lot more food as you get older, if you can build a lot more muscle, then you're going to burn more calories, meaning you can eat more food.
Unless you're Hulk Hogan, then you take your vitamins and say your prayers, and that's how you got big muscles. That's what I used to say. Take your vitamins, say your prayers, whilst they were injecting all sorts of stuff to give them big super muscles. But yeah.
Well, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're someone that's so basically, if you don't use your muscles, you will lose your muscles.
Yeah. Janet says, at 69 now, you're finding things take longer. Yep. And then Dormouse said, even if slower, Janet, the health benefits are still worth the effort. 100% agreed.
Definitely.
Quite right. You were an 18-20. Now you're a size 14. That's an amazing result.
Yep.
I know you might be like, it's taking longer, but that's amazing.
That's it.
Well done, you. That's a serious, massive achievement. You get the clap. Kimberly says, definitely slower for you too, Janet, but I'm definitely aware and making more effort. The thing is, I think it's a bit like drinking alcohol. When you're young, right, and you go out clubbing, you go out to the discotheque. I know, I'm not that old. But when you go out clubbing when you're young and you have 12 drinks and you're still going, or you're like feeling a bit tipsy, you can do that when you're 25. When you're 45 and you have one little thing of mead, one little shot of mead, you then start going, oh, I feel a bit drunk actually. I've got really a little bit. Whereas years ago, several double vodkas and Diet Coke, and I'll be like, oh, are we going out? What are we doing? Let's party. And then I'm like, I feel a little bit tipsy. I think I should go lie down now. It's different, isn't it? It's the same. When you're younger, it's easier to do. Your body does things differently. Yeah, and needs more calories and needs more stuff because you burn faster. Your metabolism slows down, and that's also probably why the alcohol takes effect, because your body metabolizes it slower or something. That's my theory. Your new refreshing drink is sugar-free Sprite. Oh. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a flavour you could buy in Tesco's or somewhere.
Sugar-free Sprite with peach.
Your new refreshing drink is sugar-free Sprite with peach tea. You pop the tea bags in the Sprite for 2 hours for a lovely iced tea. That's interesting.
I never thought that. Was that?
We saw some, was it peach tea bags I saw? Where did we see those? Was that M&S or was that Sainsbury's? We saw some peach tea bags today. M&S, there you go. Kimberly, you weigh daily, but it doesn't stress you out. With me. You love your sweet tea, but definitely not mixed. Sweet iced tea, yeah? It's so refreshing. You've never had sweet tea. you still cook grumpy things he likes, like mac and cheese. That's definitely not on plan. But then you do something you love that is on plan for you. That's a really good way of looking at it as well, Dormouse. Because again, that way you both have what you enjoy. It was like exactly us at Harvester.
Yeah.
You had or even if we went now, you might have a steak and I might still have my chicken. Both of it's on plan, but we're not the same person. We don't eat the same food.
No.
And I really like their rotisserie chicken. There's something about the way they do it. It's like, oh, to me, that's my idea of a treat. Because even if you roast a chicken at home, it's never the same.
I don't like black pudding. They always put black pudding on my mixed grill, but I don't really like black pudding.
That used to be the only bit I would nick off it, wasn't it? But even on your birthday, you ate that as well. You were like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I like mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is good. But is it the American mac and cheese, which is neon orangey yellow? Or is it the slightly anemic?
What's the boxes they used to have? Was it Cheetos? Mac and cheese.
Oh, they did do a Cheeto
boxes,
one.
Yeah, it's just like a powder and the pasta in a box.
Bellevue, Bell something is the one that the Americans have a lot of, where it's like very, very highly processed in neon orange. Our mac and cheese over here normally comes in a tin.
Yeah, but they do lots of cheese over there that's just like plastic cheese, is it?
Yeah.
Like that.
But mac and cheese here, if you don't make it yourself, it comes in a tin from Heinz and it is anemic.
A plastic cheese.
It is white.
Isn't real cheese anyway.
No.
It's
You'd be better off eating the bits of plastic between the slices of cheese.
If you really want to.
Exactly. Put them all on your burger, melt them all together. You have to take it out of the packaging then. That's good. Anyway, I think we're pretty much there or thereabouts. What are your plans for this coming week, Rufus, then? Are you going to weigh in on the Wednesday next week or Tuesday next week? Or
Tuesday is normal.
Are you having Bovril this week?
I shall be mindful of how much I have, but I do enjoy having it. And like I said, I've been okay. I just
Do they not do a low salt version? You can get low salt beans?
What I should do is I should measure it out and put them in little seal bags. And so all I do is just tip it in. I have got some small little bags as well. So I've got those paper tea bag things. You know the ones you put herbs in? You know the ones I mean? They're like, it's like it's like for making herbal teas. No, not the mesh ones. They're like little paper bag things that are used for herbal tea. So you put your herbs in and then you pull the drawstring and then you soak them in your boiling water and you make herbal tea. That might work for Bovril. Like the coffee bags that we saw in ... one of the supermarkets today. It might be, as long as I store them in a little jar or whatever, then they'd be all right. If not, I just put them in little seal.
Do they not do a low salt Bovril then?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe we'll have to look. Maybe we'll have to try and find one.
What did you say? You said to me, "Oh well, you could use Marmite instead." I'm like, but that's not Bovril, is it? Why would I drink Marmite?
It's the same.
No, it's not.
They come in the same shaped jar and they're both dark brown and you have them with hot water. How are they not?
Well, I wouldn't be having Bovril then, would I? I'd be having Marmite.
Yeah, but I don't know what... I don't think I could tell you what the difference in taste is, because to my mind, they're both pretty much the same and they taste vaguely meaty, vaguely warm meatiness. Honestly, I don't think I could tell the difference. If you know, like people do Pepsi and Coke, can you tell the difference between the two? If you did Bovril and Marmite, if you did Bovril and Marmite, I'd go, that one tastes meaty and is brown. That one tastes meaty and is brown.
But yeah, we should try the.
That one tastes.
We should try the
like
Sprite
coffee and it's brown.
Or lemonade with the infused tea bags and see what it comes out like.
That might actually be quite nice. But you don't like fizzy. Is it fizzy? It would still be fizzy if it's with the Sprite. If you with the peach tea bag in it.
I guess so.
Oh.
Or do they don't do flat Sprite, so
shake it up. Shake it up.
It don't cost as much if you get the flat one.
Is it discounted?
No.
On special offer. Anyway, you're going to be sticking to your plan this week.
Because the plan does work usually.
Yeah, we're not saying sod it and you're just going to carry on and maybe have a little bit less Bovril.
Yeah.
I am going to be having a little bit of lactulose and maybe some senna tablets all week, trying to, and also making sure that I drink, I've got to drink this and then another half of one to get my fluids to where it needs to be today. So I'm going to be drinking this and some more water because I've had all my coffees today already. And so my plan is to make sure that I am having 2 of these plus my coffees every day, which is where I need to be for the bladder healing, but also for just to keep everything ticking over. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Apart from that, sticking to plan.
Yeah.
Well,
and hopefully next week I shan't be perimenopausal next week.
Peri-menopausal.
Yeah, perimenopausal.
It was a very funny joke the first time. The second time I said it wasn't quite as funny.
Perimenopausal, yes.
I know it. Peri-menopausal.
Wait, so yes, one of them.
At Nando's.
Yes.
Yes.
I shan't be that.
Is that a thing? Is that what
that
what all the male Slimming World YouTubers talk about?
I think so.
Being peri-menopausal.
Yes, I think so.
At Nando's.
Yes.
On the takeaways.
Yeah.
Do they do takeaway? No. Do they?
Yeah, you can get home delivery.
You used to be able to when COVID was a thing, but I don't think they do.
You just go on Uber.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you are.
I don't have Uber anymore. Uber Eats, because I deleted it.
You ate it. Don't have Uber Eats no more, I ate it.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to wrap up there, everyone. Thanks very much for watching. The real mac and cheese is homemade. Belinda, you make carrot mac and cheese. What's that? Your mac and cheese is famous,
it's got
Dormouse.
grated carrot in it.
What? Is that literally what it is? Yours has about 5 different cheeses in it. Oh my God, don't tell me that.
Is it grated carrots in the... Grated carrot?
I don't know. What goes in your carrot mac and cheese, Belinda? Dormouse says yours has about 5 different cheeses in it. As long as it's not brie, I'll be okay. Belinda says it's not as fizzy.
What about the chilli? Do you put the chilli in it as well? Well, Dormouse likes chilli.
Oh, that's very true. I was about to say
put lots of chilli
in
it as well.
Only with the mushy peas. Smofio, you have the same discussion with your hubby about Marmite and Vegemite. He grew up in Australia, so reckons they're very different.
They are, probably. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought it was the same thing, just with a different name.
No.
Anyway, Debbie's World says night all. Janet says night all. Andrew calls it many. Oh, many paws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. That's what we are going through, both of us, with all the cats and the doggos.
I know, right?
Many paws.
There's lots of
That's
them, yes.
Funny.
It's all right until other ones decide they're going to live with us.
No more. No more.
Know, right?
No more pets. Dormouse says you love Bovril, and for you it gives you your bonus as you need so much more salt than your usual daily limit. Yeah, because you've got health things, haven't you? And Janet says, see you all next week. Take care. We absolutely will. Same to you, my darling, in Mumbai.
I know, right?
That was weird. I told you, YouTube is doing some very strange things.
It shows up on our screen, on this screen here, and it will, when you move the cursor over it, it will say a different thing to. No
idea why. And then on the chat, it auto corrects on the live chat.
At least 2 of people's comments. Sometimes it will come up with that, and you just like scan over it, and it will. Yeah. It'll be a little line. It'll be And
it's not even rude words or swear words or
no.
What's it called? Registered trademarks or something that they're doing. Yeah. Random stuff.
Very bizarre.
Really random stuff. So I get why Mumbai popped up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to be back on Sunday.
We will.
We're not going to be doing a boot sale this week because, quite frankly, we're both too knackered for a little while. We're going to play it by ear where that's concerned. So we'll be here at 4 p.m.
We will be.
4 p.m. on Sunday for a kick up the bum and Sunday reset.
We're going to try and do more video things.
Yes, and there may well be a couple of little things coming your way. I know I said last week I was going to put a message out to the members. I'm actually going to be doing that when we finish here tonight. I've got the laptop ready to do that. I've got a couple of questions for the members, and the what the money went to bladder cancer for May video will be finished up and uploaded. and the one that we filmed the other day. There was another one as well. Oh, the whole video.
Yeah, the whole.
The secret box of delights.
Yeah.
Box of Turkish delights. Yeah, that one. Stay tuned for that. You won't know what it is, but we're slowly getting back into doing hauls. The box of delights. Do you know the box I mean? Yeah, that. Anyway, all of that should be coming up this week. If it doesn't come up, you'll know it's because I've had another 36-hour sleep session, and then send Rufus lots of pre-made salads and stuff because he will need it.
Oh, I'll be fine this week.
Yeah, you'll be fine this week.
I'll be fine this week.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, in all honesty,
yeah.
I'm feeling more like myself than I have done in a few months, probably, since before the chemo started. I actually feel...
So you're feeling yourself more?
No.
I thought it was quite funny, actually.
No, we're not doing... No, that isn't a thing.
That's not what this channel's about.
It's definitely not. That's a whole different website for paid memberships.
Yes.
No, thank you very much. What was I saying?
You're feeling yourself more, you say?
No, I said I'm more... Oh, you've got me twisting my words now. I am feeling more like myself. That's what I said.
It was very funny.
It was very funny, and it made me pause and everything.
It is funny.
I have been feeling more like my usual self.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Change your words, yes.
In the last couple of days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we are through the worst of the chemo recovery bit, and I can start getting back to doing what we really love, which is making videos for all of you. So yeah, and
just back from Zamba. Oh, that's a different place. Yeah.
Smofio sent another. Smofio, thank you very much. You are very kind. Don't forget, every membership, every single member is donating. It goes to the 2 bladder cancer charities. It's $1.99 a month, unless you are on Apple, on an Apple phone or Apple tablet, in which case it's $2.99 a month, because it's the Apple tax that they charge YouTube. Of that, once YouTube takes its cut,
but apples are much healthier, so some people don't mind.
No, but any money that's left then goes, any money that's left, once YouTube takes its cut, the money that's left is split between the 2 cancer charities that we're supporting, which is Fight Bladder Cancer and Action Bladder Cancer. Both those details down in the description box. Thank you very much to everybody for being members. More members only content is coming your way. Fingers crossed this week, provided I don't have another 36-hour outage, because that was awful. Charles says, Beanfeast57, thanks for a fantastic event both. Lovely to spend time with you and everyone in the chat. Have a great week. You too, my darling. And hopefully we'll be seeing you very soon on a video from you on your channel as well, because we like watching it.
We do. We always look out to watch it. See if you've uploaded.
I scroll down
everyone's doing
on the YouTube, on the telly box. I scroll down through all the Lego channels.
There's not many of you out there now that are posting.
There we go. Luke John uploaded an update, didn't he? We saw Luke John, and it's like, Inspiring loaded, no. Vegan Slimmer, no. Leanne Fat Lass, no. The Rivets, no. Oh, Jane did. Back to Basics did. Oh, Kimberly did. Oh, £100 and counting did. Oh, Edit Me did.
But when people, when people have not posted for a bit, we're like, where are they? Where did they go?
I know, because your video popped up, Shal, and we were like, oh, Shal's uploaded! Quick, sit down and watch it. Sit down and watch it. Literally, wasn't it? We were like, we're in the middle of
put it on,
turn
pause
the dinner
the
off.
Screen, and then go finish dinner. And then when we sit down, we put it on.
That's literally what we did, yeah. So yeah, Doral says a scoop of mustard. What's that for?
In with the mac and cheese.
Oh, Belinda says cooked carrots, fat-free yogurt, and your healthy extra calcium of cheese.
Wow.
In your mac and cheese. That's what she uses.
Obviously, with a pasta, then I'm guessing. Oh, so instead of putting, there's some people put like
no with the pasta, because it's pasta's
no. What I mean is, because you can put yogurt in anything, can't you? Just plain yogurt.
That's very true. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Kimberly says you're cheeky.
We put yogurt in with coleslaw and things like that.
Well, not at the moment. Not when Lidl's 99p yogurt has disappeared, and they've got L.O.S.E.R.S
I
for
don't know if
$1.79.
anybody else shops in Lidl, that a lot of the Lidls have either got L.O.S.E.R.S or their own soya yogurts, and at the minute your ones have just disappeared. Their own ones have disappeared, the soy yogurts, and now all of a sudden there's boxes of the trays of the L.O.S.E.R ones there, L.O.S.E.R plain,
and they've never had that in our Lidl before. But you said when you were down,
when I was down visiting my dad, that
their local
Lidl didn't have their own brand soya yogurts. They were just the L.O.S.E.R ones in there. So
hopefully they've not changed it.
I think that they swapped one out and replaced it now with the L.O.S.E.R one.
I'm not a fan of the L.O.S.E.R one. It's not quite as nice.
But like I say, if you ask someone and they've done that in your Lidl, the Aldi, they do their own soy yogurts as well. So
yeah,
if that's the case, I said we might go to get your yogurts then
in Aldi.
Aldi,
yeah,
instead.
We haven't been in Aldi for ages.
No.
We'll have to do some filming in there like we did today.
Get me tea bags in there. Get me licorice and peppermint tea bags.
That's true. And do another video in there as well. Interesting. Stay tuned for that. Dormal says, of course it has a pinch of chili.
We'll go there and we'll show you all my vegetables.
Dormouse's mac and cheese. 5 cheeses and a pinch of chili.
But would it be, I wonder if it would be, just a pinch of dried chili, or I would think so.
It's Dormouse.
Unless
also, Dormouse's pinch is probably like a handful.
Unless you like a little bit more fire, then like maybe you just put strong chilies in it or some fresh chili in.
Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, or those. Yes.
No, thank you.
Mind you, they did have was it Carolina sauce in M&S?
They did,
but you thought it would be hot. But
yes, with pasta, you'll find your recipe and send it to you. Oh yeah, put it on the losers page if you can do. Cool. So Anne-Marie and Janet are both home from Zumba, and they're both tired because of the Zumba.
What, tied up?
No. Tired.
It's
not that sort of Zumba. Smofio, good tip. You say, if you're on Apple, borrow a friend's Android, sign in through that to sign up for the memberships for $1.99. That's ingenious. That would save you £12 a month, a year.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
I wonder if that works for everything. Does that?
Well, you've got another member in your household. Or you with the Android phone. Give it to me.
Or just that. If that's the Apple tax, if that's on everything, then you just sign out of everything. Sign up to all your apps on on a standard Android Galaxy tablet.
If no one else at home's got one, ring up a friend. Say, can you come round and visit me? I ain't seen you for a while.
Or you could even buy. Do you know what? I'm not even joking. You could even buy a cheap second-hand tablet for 20 quid, an Android one.
Just to use.
Sign up to it, get on the Wi-Fi, sign up to all your apps, sign out of it on Apple.
It'd be a lot cheaper, wouldn't it?
Well, if you've got Netflix and you're paying an extra £1, and YouTube and you're paying an extra £1.
Every single month that you're paying extra things, it would be a lot cheaper just to get yourself a
cheap Android
phone. Yeah, just
an
Android.
Not even that. You get yourself a cheap second-hand tablet from Cash Converters or wherever for 20 quid, just an old one. You load up those apps just enough to sign up for it on there.
Good plan.
Save yourself £1 per month on every single one, or even £2 or £3 per. Because that was the thing, wasn't it? When it was $2.99, it would have cost Jane $4.99.
Something like £5.
So that's a £2 tax.
£5, I think it was. Yeah.
So that is a really, really good tip. If you are somebody that's on Apple, get a really cheap Android tablet or borrow one, sign up to everything on there, and then log back in through your... That is, I think, comment of the night. La 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 la, spooky music and fanfare.
You could always post it on the loser group.
Absolutely, I'm going to. That is
useful to someone.
That is ingenious. I never thought about that. Anyway, Kimberly says, have a good week, everyone. Belinda says, yeah, you're going to send the recipe to Rufus. Smofio prefers Tesco yogurt to L.O.S.E.R. I prefer Tesco yogurt to L.O.S.E.R. I've got to say, I prefer almost any of it to L.O.S.E.R. But yes,
we go get some in Tesco. You just can't say you've had the one before.
So. And we've got to go to the charity shop 3 or 4 dales down anyway.
We've got to go and drop off a donation.
Drop off a load of stuff.
Clothes and stuff.
Thank you, Smofio. Tesco's it is. Right then, thanks everyone. We will see you on Sunday. And as we always say, be happy, be healthy, be authentic.
And we'll see you on Sunday.
We absolutely will. And also be kind to yourself and each other. Jerry Springer. That's what he used to say. Be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Did it?
After they like do all the shouty.
Take their wigs off and hit each other over the head.
I know, but literally, that.
Anyway, we'll see you all very soon. Bye!